Okay, let's roll, nerds. I am reasonably British, and this video is about a joke. A joke I heard on the old moving picture conveyance. I saw this joke 3 weeks ago, and I still can't get it out of my head. And if I have to listen to the people in my head, then so do you. You see, due to an overabundance of myself and
Fräulein unvernünftig
have been watching some of the television shows of years long past, because to us, they're new. And I have to say, most of them are pretty meh. But one very notable exception would be the Mary Tyler Moore Show. This show is just a lovely experience. It's a bit slow at first, but from season 2, episode 8, to the series finale, it is an eloquent treatise on comedic homicide. And whilst the subject of this video may not be the best joke ever, of course we all are well aware that the best joke ever is...
Ma'am, Sheriff, he wants to see you.
Perhaps maybe a little context. I mean, who is Mary Tyler Moore?
Who was it that you murdered?
It's time for Reasonable Richard's ridiculous retrospective retelling, regardless of recorded reality. Okay, when this guy was only a lad, before the miracle of colour, he worked for this guy as an actor and a writer, along with this guy and this lady. Well, this guy eventually created his own show, which didn't work out, but which became this show starring this guy and this lady. And also this guy and this lady, who were based on... Anyways, the Dick Van Dyke Show ended at 5 seasons when Dick Van Dyke suddenly abandoned showbiz to concentrate on his ultimate ambition of obtaining immortality. I mean, seriously, I don't know when you're watching this, but I'd wager a shiny tuppence that Dick Van Dyke is still alive. Oh, what's that? Los Angeles is burning? Nice try, death. But Dick Van Dyke has eluded you once again.
If not, I need more time. I got plans.
You have sunk my battleship.
Whilst Dick was channeling his inner Clancy Brown, Mary Tyler Moore found herself out of the job, so she did what any sensible thespian would do. She married a network executive and thus begat the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Are you bored? Did you just subscribe and now you're wondering why I'm not talking about video capture? Hey, look at me. Look at me. Now look at Dick. Now look at me. You'll watch what I goddamn give you, and you'll be glad to get it.
Mr. Baxter, you are employed at WJM-TV. What is the nature of your job?
I'm the best anchorman in the United States.
That is the character of Ted Baxter, played by the ever-so-svelte Ted Knight, and he will facilitate the deliverance of today's... Our instance of hilarity begins in the show's final 7th season, episode 5. Ted Baxter is reading the news live when he starts having a heart attack. By the way, I'm pretty sure that's Michael Dorn. After pulling the old Dick on the Grim Reaper, he is no longer more ego than man. As Ted's wife Georgette states, Ted's changed.
Ted's changed.
He is less selfish. He rediscovers the value of love.
Too bad it took a heart attack to open my eyes. Oh, I've been such a fool. But from now on, I'm going to spin a web of love, beauty, truth.
He no longer takes for granted all the beautiful things in life.
And I'm going to treat every person like I'm never going to see them again.
He takes time to appreciate the little things in life like...
Did you ever really stop to take a good look at salt? Tiny grain, so pure, so white, and every single one of them is salty. You know, I've been around salt all my life, but I never really ever paid attention to it. Look at it, Mary. Here, have one.
He even gets upset when he misses watching the sunset.
I forgot to watch the sunset, darn it!
And understandably, this comes off as a bit obnoxious, especially to his wife. However, this appreciation for appreciation does start to rub off, first on Lou, then everybody else. Before you know it, everyone is watching the sunset. Even Michael Dorn. That is Michael Dorn, isn't it? I think I require verification. Michael Dorn, mustache. Oh yes, I think that is my word. Would you look at that beautiful specimen of masculinity? I'm a bit... Oh dear, please excuse me. I just have to... I'll be right back.
It's a damn shame I got here just
They notice that Ted's not there with them, also watching the sunset, so they go get him, only to find
Come here. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Ted is back to normal again and could care less about sunsets. And what follows is the joke I couldn't stop thinking about.
What?
Well, the sunset, isn't it great?
Oh, that, yeah, I guess it's okay. What do you mean, okay?
Ted, you love sunsets.
I get tired of it.
What about the other things? What about salt?
Doctor says I've got to cut down on it.
The first time I heard that joke, I burst out laughing. I didn't hear that it hardly got anything from the audience. Mary's delivery of
What about salt?
got a bigger laugh. I think that joke hit me so hard because, excepting the title sequence, the entire 22 minutes and 48 seconds preceding that punchline were merely set up for that joke. The title sequence was 1 minute 6 seconds. The next 60 seconds are set up to get Ted on the air so he can have the heart attack, because he has to have it on air. Because what? You're going to have your news anchor have a heart attack off air? Let's be serious. Then there's the actual attack and hospital scene. Then we're introduced to a changed Ted, followed then by dinner at Mary's, which is only an excuse for Ted to talk about salt. Then some more reinforcing the changed Ted. Then comes Lou's change of perspective, and eventually the rest of the cast. Again, if you take out any of this, the salt joke doesn't hit as hard. My apologies if I ruined the episode by dissecting it, but I just had to talk about this joke. I couldn't get it out of my head. I have long avoided the older television shows because, you know, old people are lame and they smell weird. But now that I may soon start to count myself among them, I am glad to have changed my opinion and would highly recommend the Mary Tyler Moore Show to anyone on a similar path. The quality is exceptional. I only wish the writer, Earl Pomerantz, had gotten a bigger laugh from the audience. My only consolation is the fact that most of the people in that audience are now dead. And it's not because that happened nearly 50 years ago. No. God saw their lack of humor and smote them. So be warned, for if you did not laugh at that joke, death will find you. Unless your name is Dick, in which case...
Best 2 out of 3.
I don't care that you're old now. We can take it slow. Take some Advil, then lay down and let me slap that bass. You got the phone.